Jake, thank you. Time for our top stories now. At least one person is dead after a tornado in northeast Oklahoma. The Osage County Sheriff reports one person died in Barnsdall Monday night, northwest of Tulsa. 30 to 40 homes damaged in that community. The city of Bartlesville also took a direct hit from a tornado with reports of widespread damage but no injuries.
Israel carried out strikes in the southern Gaza town of Rafah as Hamas accepted a ceasefire proposal that Israel's war cabinet rejected. Netanyahu's office says the proposal didn't meet Israel's core demands, but Israeli leaders did say they would send negotiators to continue talks on a deal.
The Wichita City Council will meet today on an amended proposal to sell a property at 21st near 21st and Grove. The city plans to sell the former Fundamental Learning Center building to Habitat for Humanity for $5,000. The building most recently used as an emergency winter shelter this year. The amended sales proposal would allow the city to repurchase the property if Habitat fails to use it within those 2 years.